Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to another season of Inside the Paddock. We are back bigger and better than ever before, and we come to you following the first bit of MotoGP action in 2024. And let me tell you, it was worth the wait. We're not going to focus on who was fastest. It was Jorge Martin, by the way, or the man who was second, which was Alessio Spargaro, because all the talk, Tony, our cameraman, come this way, is about this team and one man only, the rookie sensation, Pedro Acosta, who was third fastest on debut. And let me tell you, he dazzled, especially in those final 10 minutes, already pulling off some incredible saves that had the jaws of everybody in the media centre, and I'm sure in all of the MotoGP boxes up and down pit lane, hitting the floor. What a way to make your statement in MotoGP. What a way to officially welcome yourself to the class. Pedro Acosta, third fastest overall in a fantastic opening session of the 2024 season. Gets better though, fourth quickest, Marc Marquez on debut for Ducati as the Spaniard tries to reclaim a first World Championship, what would be his ninth, the first since 2019. Things started pretty promisingly for the number 93, and then rounding out a top five that was pretty intriguing, to say the least, was Red Bull KTM Factory Racing's Brad Binder. Here is one man we're going to grab a quick word with to say hello before we go down to the GasGas Tech 2 squad to grab a quick word. Fabio Quartararo, fresh from his first bit of track action of the year. First opportunity to say hello to Fabio and Inside the Paddock. We'll walk with you, Fabio. How was that?
It was tough.
Yeah,
It was tough. So hopefully we can make a step later and see what happens.
good to be back at least.
Yeah, it was nice. So hopefully we can improve and make a better practice and try to be in a better position.
Enjoy this afternoon. Cheers, Fabio.
Thank you.
There we go. Good to grab a word with Fabio Quartararo, fresh from his first soiree out on track. But that, I think, tells the story for both Honda and Yamaha in 2024. Yes, concessions have been given to them. They are going to be allowed to make further aerodynamic updates, further engine updates, be able to do more testing days. But, of course, they've got to put that into practice as well. It was a good start to life for this man as well. Jack Miller, as ever, spending time with fans. He's got his young family here as well this weekend. We'll grab a very quick word with Jack just to see how we got on. First up, inside the top 10, which is what he would have wanted, of course. Made a splash at the opening practice session of the year last time around. Jack, how was that? I just want to know how it was.
That was all right. Good to be back racing. Good to be back riding. Feeling good.
Well, that's a good start then. We were just saying, made a splash in the session that was coming up at the start of last year. So that the plan again?
Yeah, that's the game plan. P2's probably the most important session of the weekend. So now we'll try and do a good job. Bike's in good shape. Obviously, having the test here a couple of weeks ago and then going away and thinking about it, you feel like there's some areas where you can improve. So also, I'll let me ride and do the talking this afternoon or tonight.
Good man, have fun.
Cheers, thank you.
There we go. Good to grab a word with Jack Miller there after his first session of the year. It's been a tough start to life for Augusto Fernandez. Not going to bother him just yet. I've learnt from the past couple of years of doing this that if a rider's got a slight smile on his face, then often it's not too bad going and having a word with them. If they've got a face like thunder, which Augusto had then, probably best just to give him his space and allow him time to cool down and refocus. Of course, he'll be coming and speaking to the media later, so we will get the opportunity to speak to all of the riders up and down the grid, which we're looking forward to doing after the first day of action. And we want to catch up with this man as well, team manager down here at the newly rebranded, need to get it right, Red Bull GasGas Tech 2 squad, Nicholas Goyon. Now, Nicholas, I know you're going to say it was the first session of the year, it didn't count towards practice, we don't want to get overexcited.
You know already.
I know, so I thought we'd get that out the way. I mean, you have to smile at that, though. That was good fun for us to watch. Was it good fun for you to see Pedro riding the bike like that?
Yeah, no, obviously, it's impressive. Such a session is impressive. Is only 6/10 from the fastest lap in the test. No, it's impressive. There's nothing we can hide. We're all happy, but on the other hand, we know it's true. It's just the first one, and that's for sure. This second session of the day practice will be everybody will go 100%, will be flat out, and I still believe it'll be tricky to qualify direct to Q2 still now. But anyway, this is done. It's been a good session. Then he also worked in a nice way, only 2 runs, just compare 2 small things on the bike. So stay on the bike, made a few laps, try to understand how everything's working. This is the best way to work. So no, we're happy. We're happy.
Yeah, you have to be. I mean, if that can't put a smile on your face, I don't know what will. What's it been like the first sort of few months of the season, getting the opportunity to work with Pedro?
Yeah, no, it's been really good. We've always been pleased with the performance, and especially I would say overall we discover a super nice human being. He's a super nice boy, and he's humble. He's willing to work hard. He really wants to create a good atmosphere around him, a good team, and this overall over the speed. This is something that really surprised me, and I think he puts everything on his side to perform well.
In terms of the other side of the box, we just saw Augusto walking to his office there. It's been a tough start to life so far this year. Any signs from that opening session that he's taking steps in the right direction?
Yeah, it's been a tricky winter. To be fair, he doesn't have the same feeling as last year, and he's still struggling. This morning we saw we tried some different technical option that we didn't try in the test. Still is missing something, to be fair, and it's gonna come. And we know Augusto is not a testing boy; he's a racing boy, and we all focus on the racing days. But if he wants to make a step, he has to do this step in a test, and we all hope it's gonna come sooner or later.
Yeah, absolutely. We hope that he can find his feet. Good luck this afternoon. You say it might be difficult, but I'm sure Pedro will be trying to put another smile on your face.
Yeah, we cross the finger. He's still a rookie. It's going to be tough, but we hope.
Good man. Great to chat.
Thank you.
Great to get the chance there to chat with Nicolas Goyon and Pedro Acosta. I mean, I get the sense it's day one of 2024, but we're going to be chatting a lot about him. Very quickly, we like to focus on MotoGP, but I'm going to grab a quick word. David, I'll grab him here. Very quickly, David, how are you? Because I saw it was a big crash this morning. All okay?
Yeah, all okay, no problem. The only for medical center to check that it's all good, but I'm fine.
Very good. That's good to hear. I'll let you get ready for the
That's important, the safety.
Absolutely. Great to chat. There we go. Normally we focus on MotoGP, but big title favourite in Moto3. Had a big crash this morning, took his time to get back to his feet. So good to hear that David Alonso is A-OK. I know there's a lot of South Americans, a lot of Colombians in particular, that have got a keen eye on him. Talking of Pedro Acosta, that's another star of the future right there. Definitely. We've seen him make his way through the different classes in the years to come. David Alonso, what a rookie season he had last year, winning 4 Grand Prix, all of them in fantastic fashion. So, from Pedro Acosta, let's move down to the Prima Pramac Racing box. I should be able to get the chance to have a quick word with Gino Borsoi very soon indeed, because as we mentioned right at the start, it was his man, Jorge Martin, that started the season best of anyone, took the opening honours and was able to be fastest in that free practice 1 session. Unsurprisingly, they bookend the session with Jorge Martin at the top, Frankie Morbidelli, who has put together his first laps of the year full stop, down at the bottom of the timesheet, but that doesn't come as a surprise whatsoever, given the fact that he's had no pre-season testing whatsoever. Was always going to be a huge challenge for the Italian this weekend. Speaking yesterday, said, or when asked, how difficult, how much of the unknown are you going into here this weekend? He said from 0 to 10, 20. So that gives you an indication of the challenges that he's facing this weekend, as we see Marc Marquez popping his way out of the Gresini Racing box. Unsurprisingly, absolutely mobbed within seconds by the fans here in attendance in Qatar. But as ever, I'm going to try my very best just to try and nestle my way in, just to grab a very quick word from Marc on his way to his office to see how he found the opening session of the weekend. Marc, can I just walk and talk with you very quickly? How was the opening session?
Not bad. I mean, a bit strange because still the track is not ready, and you know, it's we are working with the tires and with some stuff of the bike, but But yeah, better to start with a good feeling. Not unbelievable, but step by step.
Good man. Enjoy this afternoon.
Thank you.
There we go. Nice to grab a word with Marc Marquez after his first laps of the year, official laps of the year, with Grassini Ducati. Is eventually going to make his way into the hospitality unit, fighting his way through wherever we go. Qatar, you know, isn't our best attended race of the year compared to the hundreds of thousands of people that come to Le Mans, but wherever we go, we still find plenty of people that want a photograph, want an autograph, want a selfie with Marc Marquez. But I'm not bothered about that. I want a selfie with this man. I want a selfie with the man himself, Gino Borsoi. I enjoy our chats with Gino, and this is my first one of the year. How are you, mate? Good to see you again.
Good to see you, Jack. I'm okay. So first practice, we did pretty good. The ride it's okay. He quite happy about the setup of the bike. Actually, it seems that we fixed some problem compared to the test. This is good. But anyway, we need to understand a bit more than in the pre-practice too, if the problem that we saw during the test will appear again or not. But anyway, at the moment, everything is okay.
Of course, at the test, what you're talking about, Jorge complaining of a little bit of chatter. So difficult to tell because once the lights come on, once the sun goes down, conditions are so different. But a little bit of positivity there, I guess. How have you managed to find that breakthrough?
Yeah, this is true. Could be one of the, let's say, situation where the chattering come back again. So let's see later on when the temperature goes down, when the light go dark, and let's see. But apart of that, I think he's also happy because we had a different setup compared to the practice at the last day during the test. And well, we found something better, honestly, apart of the chattering that at the moment seems disappear, but maybe we'll come again because when the user tire arrive, not only us, we have this kind of problem, all the Ducati, so seems is the condition where the chattering appear again, and well, we need to work for the race for long distance.
And on the other side of the box, a huge task for Frankie this weekend. His first laps of the year, full stop. How were they? How's he feeling? How did he get on?
Well, the most important thing that the feeling is good. He's okay. He's happy to ride again the bike. This is the most important thing, of course. Physical condition are perfect. So this is what we need to see. Perfect condition on the physical side, and a part of that, of course, it's a tough weekend. Everybody knows that we are far away because. He lost a lot of their tests, and we have to work in a different way compared to Jorge. But we know, we already discussed about that, and we are ready also to manage this situation that will be difficult to handle it during the next few races. But anyway, it's something that we have to pass through and have to find the best, let's say, scenario to come back as soon as possible.
That different way of working, we've got 60 minutes coming up this evening. Is that different way going to be not looking at the timesheets, not focusing on getting into the top 10 and getting him as comfortable as possible?
No, of course. So we don't need to look at that time. We don't need to think about top 10. As I said before, we have a different approach of the race. We need to build up the confidence of the bike and he's feeling with also all the team because we need to understand what he needs, especially because we had just 1 day of test in Valencia, which was at the end of the last year. So also the bike is completely different. Anyway, let's work on it. Give us a bit more time, and then we will see where we are. Maybe in the next few days, as I said.
Gino, good to see you. Like the new team gear as well. It looks smart. You look good.
Look nice.
Yeah, you do.
When you are in front, everything looks nice. Exactly. So let's see if we are able to do the same, let's say, the same work as last season.
Fast bike always looks better. Anyway, good to see you. Have a good afternoon.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Great to chat with Gino Borsoi with his brand new team gear on. Everybody's got new team gear on. Even me as well. What do you think? In the comments, let us know. Is it a win? Is it a loss? Who knows? Fashion advice is always needed from the YouTube comment section. Right. We've been down that end of the paddock. We've seen everyone. Why don't we walk this way before we sign off and say goodbye? because from Prima Pramac Racing next door to them is the home of the world champions, Pecco Bagnaia, and a teammate that I think is going to be pretty quick this year. Enea Bastianini, the beast, throughout pre-season testing, was definitely not looking like he was going to make things easy for his teammate throughout this year. And the beast was up in top spot up until the closing stages of that session. And I'm sure he's confident of pushing Bagnaia all the way this year. Next to them, Pertamina Enduro VR46 Racing. We're not going to miss them this year with the highlighter yellow. A good start for them as well. Digia, of course, race victor when we were last here in November, and Marco Bezzecchi third in the World Championship. What a great lineup they've got. It's going to be interesting to see if they can get both riders in that top 10 later today, which, by the way, you don't want to miss. Gets underway at 8 o'clock local time here in Qatar. Jack Miller sold it for you. The most important session of the weekend, and it is, without doubt. Qualifying, oh so important in MotoGP now. You have to be at a bare minimum on those front 3 rows of the grid, preferably on the front 2 rows, and your weekend is oh so more difficult if you're not automatically in Q2 for qualifying tomorrow morning. So that's why the final 20 minutes of this upcoming first practice session of the year is going to be unmissable stuff. We've gone past LCR Honda, Repsol Honda, the brand new Trackhouse Racing Squad as well. What can Miguel Oliveira now on a full factory bike, the 2024 spec, same as the boys here, Related Spargo and Maverick Vinales do, and Ralph Fernandez, who was impressive here in testing as well. Aleix was second overall. He goes well here. He likes the circuit. He's very, very comfortable and confident with the new package that Aprilia have bought. So maybe he's one of the dark horses, one of the men to compete for victory in both the sprint tomorrow and on Sunday. The number 41, definitely worth keeping your eye on. And that, I think, ladies and gentlemen, as I scan over my shoulder to see if there's anybody floating. In fact, there is. Just finally, we'll sign off with a very, very quick and brief word with Miguel Oliveira after his first bit of action in 2024. He's running away. No, come this way, please, Miguel. I know you like to run away. Just very, very quickly indeed. Thank you for stopping and chatting.
You made me stop.
I know I did.
Otherwise, I would look rude running away from you.
I know, that's what I have to do sometimes. But apologies.
No worries.
How was that?
Yeah, it was a good one, you know. First practice, always a bit strange. Everyone is a little nervous to start. But I ended up just in the middle, which is neither good or bad. So let's see what we can do in the evening.
Good man, there you go. Short and sweet, I'll let you go and focus.
Thank you, mate. Ciao.
Cheers, Miguel. Thank you. There we go. Done and dusted with a word from Portugal's finest, Miguel Oliveira, hoping for a big weekend to be ready for next time out when we get to round 2 in Portimao. But of course, we'll focus on that on Monday. Right now, the focus is round 1, the season opener here in Qatar. And, as I've told you already, 8 o'clock local time. Get on Google, however you do it. Get on Apple phones, calendar, times, whatever it is, clocks. Just make sure you check the time zone. Put a little alarm in to make sure you're in front of your television for practice in MotoGP later on today. 60 minutes of running. It's not to be missed. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you for another episode of Inside the Paddock tomorrow, which will come to you straight after qualifying is finished. We'll see you then.